The call. I declined the call. I know family is important, but I was 16 years old. I had a pretty clear goal in mind. I wanted to have the sex. This person at school, they liked me back and they fit all of my requirements. Number one, girl. This was it. This was the last time people were gonna make fun of me for being a virgin. I declined the call. At 18 years old, the Holy Virgin Raad has decided to live a chaste life. All you people out there having sex, you make me sick. You want me to have sex? The same thing that led to the birth of Hitler? Disgusting. I declined the call. I'm not feeling so hot on my second language, and besides, I'm 21 years old. I have this girlfriend now. I remember the first time I kissed her, she had gum in her mouth and she was so embarrassed. All I could say was, "Do I get a redo?" And when I remember the smile she gave, it felt like the world was mine. I just knew that this was the girl I was gonna marry. I declined the call. I'm 25 years old and I don't feel like talking to anyone. She just told me she thinks she wasted the last 3.5 years of her life. I saw the writing on the wall, but I just felt so illiterate. I just closed myself off. My mom picks up the call. Grandpa's sick. He's sick with what everyone's been getting sick with. We pick up the call. He asked me how I'm doing first. He's the one on the respirator, but he's asking me how I'm doing. I get to talking to him and I realize that he and I are a lot alike, and I wish I had known that sooner. My mom, she picks up the call. She's screaming, not crying, but screaming when she sees her father being lowered into an unmarked grave in Bangladesh. Why didn't I pick up those calls? My mom and her siblings are on FaceTime because travel restrictions meant that they couldn't be there in person. Why didn't I pick up? There's a shortage, so they had to reuse his hospital bed, even though it was still so warm that you could cook a meal on it. What could have possibly been more important than those calls? It's my mom's first birthday after Doomsday, and she's crying because even though he was in a time zone 9 hours ahead, he'd be the first one to call at 12 a.m. Arizona time. So she calls him instead. He doesn't pick up the call, but he doesn't decline it either. And I realize that even though he's everything like me, he's nothing like me, because he's heard my voicemail hundreds of times. But this was the first time I was hearing his.